Hey guys, so we're going to do something completely different in today's video. I have been having a problem with my skin breaking out really bad, and I've been trying to cover it up and hide it in my videos, and I thought, you know what? If somebody else is having a similar problem, they might want to know like what products I'm using and how I'm doing it, because to look at my skin right now, you would not realize what is lying underneath. And this is been going on for a while now. And to make a long story short, I wasn't sure what was causing it. I had made a lot of changes in the products that I was using, and then I didn't know what it was that I was reacting to. So I've been systematically making a lot of changes and going back to the things that I used to use, trying to figure out what's causing it. But just know that I'm in the process of trying to figure this out, because now I'm going to cut to the part of the video where I actually show you how to use makeup to cover up a severe problem with your skin. So whether you have acne or your skin is reacting to something, I just want to show you how I cover it up. But just know that I am working on trying to figure out what the problem is and resolve the situation, because I've figured out some things that were the culprit, but I don't think I have it completely nailed yet. There's something else going on here, and I have some ideas and I think I know what it might be, but it's going to take some time, because when you see how bad my skin is under the makeup, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. So let me show you how I cover a severe breakout. Here we go. Be warned, it's pretty bad. All right, so this is what we're dealing with here. So far all I've done is put on my Jeffree Star Winter Wyoming, or Wyoming Winter Lip Oil. So I'm going to start with primer, and it doesn't really matter what primer you use, that's not important. So use whatever you want for primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Sometimes I use this, and sometimes I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow, depending on what I'm doing for a look. And I just use my fingers for this. All right, now the next product I'm going to show you, this is key. This is the trick or key to covering a breakout. I buy this at Walmart, but it's not sold at every Walmart. You'll have to go on the Walmart website and find out which Walmart near you carries this product, and you probably will be able to order this online also. It's by Lottie London, and it is called the Bright Bounce Under Eye Brightening Corrector. But this isn't just a brightening under eye corrector. It will cover anything you're trying to cover, including a really bad breakout, just like this. So if you've tried all different things and you've just about given up, you might want to get a hold of this. This comes in multiple colors. I have it in the shade light. Comes in a jar, and I just use a concealer brush because this is it's a corrector, so that's a type of concealer. But wait until you see the coverage you get with this. I had put this aside for a while and I picked it up and started using it again, and I was like, why did I ever stop using this? I'm going to start in my under eye area just so you can see the difference, because I know I have these big crevices under my eyes. They're not really dark circles so much as they are indentations, but wait till you see the difference this makes. Let's start with the side that's the worst. And it's very thick, so you're going to need a decent size concealer brush to blend this in. Okay, then I usually move down to this area that's broken out on my neck. Can you see the difference that that little bit that I just put there made? This layer is really nice too. So you can just keep adding more till you get the coverage you want. Can you see the difference that that made? Okay, so that was the corrector. So next I'm going to go in with concealer, and this is the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that. And this is very concentrated, so what I usually do is dab that under both eyes. And now I'm going to switch to my foundation brush to blend that in easier. I'm going to put a little bit more. And now I'm going to do my eyelid area. And switch to the foundation brush, because this just blends it so much easier. The only problem is, getting into the little small areas. Like that. Okay, so you can see the difference that that made. All right, now I'm gonna go back over this other area with the concealer so that we're layering it on top of that corrector, because this is a lighter shade, so it's going to help with the coverage. And I'm just going to dab that on and then switch to the foundation brush to blend. So you can still see it, but it's mostly covered, right? So now we're going to switch to our foundation. And whatever you have for a full coverage foundation, I have the Kokie full cover foundation and my shade is 10C. This is like the highest coverage foundation that I have. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit. Don't go all the way up. You don't want to cover what you did with the under eye area. I just do a little bit at a time because otherwise it's too difficult to blend. Because this is a really heavy duty concealer. So it's not like, silky, smooth, or liquidy. So you just want to only put a tiny little bit at a time. Just a little bit. All right, now we're going to go into this problem area here and layer that over the corrector and concealer. So I'm just blending it back so that everything is merged together. Now you can still see a little bit of discoloration here. So I'm gonna just take a little bit more. Boom. Gone. And a little bit more on the other side. By doing a tiny little bit at a time, you know where you're at, and because if you put too much, you won't be able to blend it out. Okay, so see the difference that made? Now you might be tempted at this point. Let me just take it down a little bit more so that I don't have a big color differentiation. Yeah, blend it into the neck area. But you might be tempted at this point now to go in with powder for even more coverage. I think that would be a mistake because with this breakout, I've noticed that there's also a dryness associated with it. So I don't want to make it drier because then it's going to start almost getting like crusty, which is, disgusting. And it might even make matters worse. So I'm not going to put any kind of powder over this. The finish that you get with this foundation, you really don't need a powder because it's a bit drying anyway. But you can see that, you can just ever so slightly see that red line peeking through, but for the most part, it is covered. This side is covered. This side, I see a tiny, tiny little bit. You know what? Let's just do one little dot ought to do it. Boom, gone. Okay. So the key products here are definitely the Lottie London. This is the magic behind this coverage. And any full coverage foundation should work in conjunction with this. But you also want to do, a primer underneath, and a concealer. Serum concealer is going to blend and give you the effect with the high coverage corrector. So these four together is what's going to give you this fantastic coverage. So that is how I cover my current breakout, and hopefully I will figure out what is causing this soon. There can just be so many different possibilities. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.